Welcome everybody to our RTU. This is just a quick introduction to tell you how we're going to operate from week to week and give you an idea of how lectures work and how homeworks work, quizzes, tests, and should give you a better feel of how we're going to do this. We'll have all these instructions in writing so you can follow them very easily. But let's go ahead and go through this quick introduction. My name is Brent Murphy, and I'm a certified medical physicist, and this is my passion, is the clinic and medical physics and medical dosimetry. So hold on and let's get started. On that second slide, we talk about the graduate programs. And so we have a master's in medical physics. We have a master's in medical dosimetry. For the master's in medical physics, we will follow the CAMPEP guidelines and also something called the AAPM Task Group 79 guidelines. And we will submit for those at the earliest possible time. It's a clinically based program. Most graduate programs are not clinically based. So this offers that advantage that when we learn the didactic material, we're going to tie it back into the clinic. We will have some optional research projects as time goes on if anybody's interested in participating in a research project for independent study. Basically, what differentiates us from a majority of the medical physics programs out there is we're going to have sound clinical instructors. Please understand, we've got to have clinically based programs and we have to have research-based programs. That's very important. But this one's going to focus on the clinic. We will do a boot camp style teaching, if you will, and what I mean by that is all the examinations as far as final exams will have an oral type component. And so the idea is if we teach it to you, you need to rehearse it, mentally understand it, grasp it, and then teach it back to us in an oral type format. It is the intent of the university to go green. So everything that we do will be electronic. Homeworks will be submitted electronic, quizzes, exams. And one of the other key themes, the way we'll operate this program, has to deal with collaboration. Not any one person knows everything, but if we collectively work together, I think it's going to make it a lot easier for all of the students to include the instructors. So those are some of our themes of the graduate program. Off to the next slide, we're going to talk about the lecture series themselves. They're set up in 3-hour blocks, if you will, per week. 2 to 2.5 hours will actually be didactic lecture, and then the other half hour to hour will be a review of questions, homework, and quiz material. We do have on-campus students, and we do have online students. Okay, those individuals will be in sync and be on the same lecture, same quiz, and same test. So that's very important per course or per class to make sure that everybody's together. Makes it a lot easy to get good instruction and collaboration amongst the student body. As we go, and you'll find the first week or two maybe just knocking some of the cobwebs loose for some of you, but as we go, we will then sequence them in 5 to 10 minute segments. For example, a 50-minute lecture may be broken up into 10 5-minute segments, or 5 10-minute or 10 5-minute segments, or 5 10-minute segments, and that just keeps it easier in case you got to take a break and come back and know right where you left off. We will keep all these maintained in a virtual library. Okay, that will be login and password protected, and it will be instructor monitored. So I'll be able to go, as will the other professors or instructors will be able to go in and see how the students are doing and where they're at. You do not want to fall a week behind. You get screwed up on your homeworks and screwed up on your quizzes. If we head off to the next slide, we're using a very robust system, if you will, called the Einstein software that maintains all of the students' demographics. We'll have all the lectures, quizzes, and tests there. It'll be login and password protected, and this is where you can convey administrative questions to the admin team and technical questions to the respective instructor, professor, or TA. Again, it's the intent that we're going green. This platform is going to allow us to do that. So you all get a quick session on how to work through the Einstein system. It's very easy to do so, and Elizabeth will walk you guys through that. Next slide, the homeworks. Okay, the fun stuff. No social life for the next 2 years. We will have homeworks every week in every course. Okay, they will be submitted electronically. You may have to use a scanner. If you're doing hand-type calc problems, you may have to scan those in and then actually electronically submit them. We'll maintain all of this in the Einstein software so that if you actually lose your copy of it, you'll be able to come back and pull it, for example, to study for quizzes and exams. Again, assignments will be every week and due the following week. Quizzes and tests, very similar. They'll be posted electronically and taken and submitted electronically. You may have to use a scanner here also if there's some problems that require hand calcs, for lack of better words. And this also will be maintained in this Einstein software. The quiz and test schedule is on the syllabi for each course, so we'll follow those pretty diligently. And the quizzes and the tests will be due on the day of administration of the respective quiz or test. If we head off to the next slide, projects. Most of the courses do have some type of project. Projects are typically assigned in weeks 5, 6, or 7, which will give you half the semester to work on those. And again, here it's the intent that maybe on your project you're submitting a PowerPoint electronically, or you're submitting data electronically coupled with whatever written component of your project. Those projects are typically due 1 to 2 weeks prior to finals week. If we go off to the next slide, we'll be posting on Friday afternoons this week's schedule, or really maybe we should call it next week's schedule. This way on the weekend you can take a look, okay, exactly what's coming up. Do I have a quiz this week? Well, yeah, you do, because you have one every week. Do we have a visiting instructor or professor that's going to focus on one topic? We'll notify you of that. Do I have a test that week? So it's just a good reminder. And all of this is going to be very easily conveyed to you through this Einstein software. So it actually serves as a good reminder for all. Welcome. Make the commitment. This is only a subset of some of the folks that we've brought on to get this university kicked off. And we anxiously look forward to the relationship that we develop with the students, we develop with the vendors, and then we take all that information and we take it out and we help the patient. So again, welcome, and we'll get the show on the road. Thanks.